Hello, I'm Dylan. I'm a worship major, so I'm going to be mainly doing this video focusing on what a worship major would use. I've decided to do modulation through like secondary dominance um, as it relates to worship. So like the most common ones in worship. I'm going to be using a couple examples from the book, but only the ones I think would actually fit like a worship environment. So for examples here, I'm going to be using the 4, the 5, the 6, the 1, just a basic chord progression just to have some examples. The first way, so let's say I want to go from C to G, the key of G. The first way is just straight away, just go to that key. So what we did there was a little janky, but it could work in some situations as long as your chords and the rest of your band are going there. The second way is using a secondary dominant. So in the key of G, if we count out the 5th note, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that 5 wants to lead to G. Take us home, kind of thing. So we could adapt our original chord progression during maybe like an instrumental or just like a interlude kind of thing. We could have the 4, the 5 of the original key C, or you can count this as the 1 of the new key, going to the 6 of C or the 2 of G, and then we can add the 5 of the G in just to take circle there. So what we're doing there is we're making like a 2-5-1 by adapting the original, by just adding the D instead of the C. The next concept I'm going to talk about is the idea of closely related keys. So if we take C, for example, there are no sharps or flats in that key. It's just the notes on the piano, like just the white notes, none of the black notes, right? So that would mean 1 flat would be a very similar key, right? When we think about it, if you flat one thing, it still sounds similar except for that one note and the way that it interacts with other notes. The same can be said for sharps. It's similar, right? So, for example, with C, the next closest related keys are going to be F and G. So you'll be able to switch to those keys pretty seamlessly because they share many chords together. F and C share C, D minor, F, and A minor. And then G and C share C, E minor, G, A minor. Both of these keys are easy to get to from C because we can easily pick a chord that will lead us into G. So, or into the next key, excuse me. So like for C, for example, going into G, all we would need to do is to reach that D somehow by setting that up with either like an A minor, just going like C to D to G. Something to set up the dominant into the resolution. Same for F. We go C, E flat, F or something. Or C, C7 into the F, something like that. This wraps up my pedagogy video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, to recap, this is teaching how to modulate from one key to another in a worship setting, taking mainly the applicable ones for a worship environment.